Welcome back to the Gen Z Speaks podcast. Matt Gutierrez, Ibrahim Ahmed with a guest.
Cristiline.
Alrighty.
Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are.
Well, I don't want to go full government name, but I'm Cristiline Magana.
You can if you want.
Oh,
What's
okay.
your middle name? No,
Imagine, guess. No, Sarah.
I can't. Yeah, Tara, nice.
Yeah, it's my
There you go.
mom's name. I'm a dancer, choreographer. I just graduated, so that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Thank you.
Big congrats. Big congrats.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Fine. I was tired of school. You know, school and work is like
Did you graduate in like choreography?
dance.
Oh, in dance. Oh, okay,
Mhm.
cool. So
If
how?
there was a choreography degree, I would have done that.
Oh,
That would
okay.
have been cool.
How does that work actually? So.
Basically, we take a lot of technique classes, so get well-rounded and everything. So the ones I was just doing, were street and hip hop and modern. Wait, suddenly I don't remember what I just did.
You don't
Oh,
remember
no, it
what
was
you
jazz.
studied for 4 years? You just
That
forgot
was
it?
Past semester, like I just gave up. My brain was like, I don't know. Graduated. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So
But,
then after college, you're in dance, and then so like, do you get hired as at a production studio or?
I could. So,
okay.
some goals I have. I want to start training in like cheer style dancing again, so I can audition for Laker Girls. 'Cause that sounds fun.
Nice.
Nice. That's awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah, just like quick little side thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now I have a job at a company for quince choreography.
Oh.
So I go out, I go to families, or they come to the studio, and I just teach like a vals and a sorpresa for them.
What is that? What you
Yeah.
just said?
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Well,
I know nothing about dance.
yeah.
So.
So, do you guys know what a quinceañera is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's
Is that when you
two-
turn 21, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're drinking all the time.
15.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
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 Oh, okay. I was like, this
No,
guy,
I had
okay.
15. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that dumb, dude.
Well,
Not that
questionable.
uncultured.
Questionable.
Go ahead, yeah.
What were we talking about?
So the dancing, the quince dancing.
Quinceañera, yeah.
Okay, so the quinceañera, there's two main dances. There's the waltz, which
Okay.
is just a traditional like presentation of the girl.
Yeah.
And then there's a surprise dance, right, which we call baile sorpresa, just translated.
Okay.
And it's more fun songs. It could be literally anything. They want to do bachata, cumbias, like all
Oh,
of
whatever
that.
kind of dance they want.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it could even be like hip hop too, you know, if they're wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the cool quince dances with like the father and daughter, and they do
Yeah.
like some crazy like 70s dance or whatever.
hmm
That's part of that one.
I do that too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
okay, cool.
They're
so
so
what,
fun.
you teach them kind of how like you kind of choreograph them.
Mhm.
To, oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
So that way they have like a general basis. They sometimes forget it, but you
Yeah.
know, it's fine.
Okay, so then there's a classic, and then there's like whatever you want to do, and then I'll teach you whatever you want to do, kind of thing.
Like extra things. So the father daughter, like it could be a whole family like sibling thing, and then there's also like a mirror dance, which is there's a fake mirror in front of them, and they have like whoever's younger in their family, they dance with them and kind of act like the younger representation of them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really
What
nice.
made you want to go into dance? Do you come from a family of artists or?
Not really. I kind of started dancing really late compared
Mhm.
to everyone else. I
Okay.
started dancing when I was 14. I just took like a class as an elective.
I know, Buddy
No,
Quan over here. He's
no,
just
they
said
start at like 3. I'm like, oh.
3.
Yeah. They start so young, so I feel like so behind sometimes, but I don't care.
Yeah, no, you still have a degree in dance, right? And you're
Yeah,
teaching it
yeah.
for so
Chill it.
that's pretty cool.
So you
Uh,
started at 14 when you were 14 years
yeah.
old.
It was just like an elective class, and then through that she taught us like hip hop, just like basic dancing, nothing crazy. And so she inspired me to join the drill team, and I did. And so that led me into cheer, and then my last 2 years I did cheer.
Mm.
And so I was like, I love like making choreography because I'm sorry, my senior year I was captain, and so we had to like make a lot of it.
Mhm.
And so I was like, I like creating, like this is great. So when I went to college, I first started off as a business major. I was like, I'm
Okay.
gonna open my own studio, I'm gonna do this. And I hated being a business major. So I just switched completely over to dance and then like trained. And that's how I got like all of my technique, because I had none in the beginning. Like I had nothing besides cheer and
Yeah.
drill. So yeah.
Nice. Is that still a goal of yours to open like a studio?
No.
No.
Yeah, no.
So okay.
Because like I wanted it to be able to run it and do all of it, but through like research and talking to other owners,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
found out like it's kind of, if you're running it, you're not in the studio as much.
Mm.
That
So-
artistic space is taken
Mhm.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like we talk about it too. There's a big difference like between artsy and like what's practical or like the business route, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's definitely a lot more fun being on the art side
Yeah.
and like doing that. So I totally get that. Dang, yeah. So Russ, what started at 21? So
And you look
you're not
great.
that far behind.
Yeah.
You're not that far.
No, yeah, like technically I started training at 19, you know.
Oh, at 19.
Yeah, cuz like the ones I was doing wasn't technical training. It was
Mhm.
just like fun, you know. But yeah, like started ballet, jazz, modern at 19.
Nice.
A lot of people think dancing is something that everyone can just do. You know, like, but it's an art form. Like, it requires
Yeah.
technique, practice. Walk
Appreciate
us
you saying
through
that.
that. Like, what is your routine? Like, how do you get in the element?
I guess mainly just understanding it's not only you in the space, but like
Mhm.
everyone else as well. And taking care of your body, like first and foremost. I think I learned that like I learned that at my age, but I know that people growing up in the studio, they didn't learn that. So they have like a lot of injuries and they do things that could potentially like damage them in the future. So it's just like, I don't know. I think I'm grateful like the path that I went. Not that I'm not trying to say anything else, but like I'm glad I got to learn that before getting into the technique of it, like with an adult mind, I think.
Yeah. So you're saying like some people will go out and dance and they'll get injured and then it kind of screws up their entire path.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It's like a sport then. If you get injured, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It is a sport, right?
Yeah.
It
Dance,
is a
like,
sport. Yeah, we train, we, do conditioning. We're using every part of our body. And what I've learned through education of
Mhm.
dance in college is that there's not that much research in dance and like the injuries or how to prevent them or how to like fix them. Thank you. Quantitative.
Quant said that he's gonna change the path of injuries in the dance space.
No, yeah.
Yeah, we got a Cairo over here, dance Cairo.
What? How do you like? So as an artist, somebody who I mean, I don't dance. I do comedy and acting. So like,
Yeah.
I sort of understand the
Mhm.
artistic element of dance. But how do you feel like after a good dance workout? Is that the right terminology?
Like if I go to the gym?
No, just like dancing in general. Like, how does that make you feel
Like after your like
afterwards?
sequence
You
of
know,
like your
yeah.
practice or whatever.
Really good.
Yeah.
Like if I have a really great class, I don't know, like yeah, I'm tired, but it's like a different kind cuz you're expressing yourself. It depends on what class as well.
Mhm.
Like a good example, my jazz classes, right? Like after dancing in those, sure my body hurts, but I'm in such a good mood that like
Oh, really?
yeah,
The
like there's a
jazz.
lot of endorphins released through dance.
Oh shoot.
So it's like, oh,
Yeah, that's cool.
I say try a dance class.
Yeah.
Either
No, I'm
hip-hop or
definitely a
something.
dancer.
Yeah.
They
he's
call me
not.
Dancing Matt.
I
He's
thought
not.
you were gangster, man. I'm confused.
Matt Gangsta. They call me Dancing Matt Gangsta. That's what they call me. That's what they call me.
He has one step. I don't even know how to
Whoa,
describe
bro!
it.
Don't disclose my.
He's gonna have to perform it.
Have you seen that video of Donald Trump dancing? You know how he like moves his arms?
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, that's what this guy does with his legs, though. Pretty much. That's the level of skill this guy has when it comes
Possibly.
to dancing. Yeah.
I'm possibly the
Imagine
greatest
that, but
dancer
with just your
you've ever
legs.
met.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah,
Like
yeah. Literally, it's that. You got it. It's literally that. It's basically that.
Actually, it's not at all. Don't worry about it, Ibrahim. You'll learn one day. You should have seen me.
Try it.
No, I can't.
Yeah,
It's
just
all-
show
it's-
us.
it's-
No,
it's-
show us, bro. You wanted to like
I
disclose
can't
my
show
dance
it.
moves.
You show it to us. I don't know how to
You
do
should have
it.
seen me Friday night dancing my little mind away.
What were you doing Friday night?
I was at my friend's wedding.
Oh.
Yeah,
How was that?
I'm not. It was insane.
He's a young guy.
Yeah, he's 23. He's turning 24 on Friday.
He already did turn 24.
He's
now.
doing everything this week.
Yeah, everything. Well, 24 is next Friday, but his party was today because he lives in Portland. So
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
so
Oregon.
they fly out back to Portland on Tuesday, but they said everything. Yeah, this thing was being planned for like 12 to 18 months, something like that. And finally, it was just like I was probably more nervous than him. I've known him since 6th grade, like 11 years old, and
You were more nervous than the groom.
bro, I was nervous.
The best man is more.
Yeah, the groomsmen were like, "Bro, it's not my wedding. Why would I be nervous?" I'm like, "Do you not realize what this means? Like to me at least, it means like I'm finally in that stage where my friends are getting married. Does that mean
Yeah,
like
that means you're next.
that means
That means 6 months to 8 months. You're next.
Yeah,
that means it's
sweet.
coming
She's
close?
gonna be like this next time I
But-
see her.
I don't know about all that, but
That means it's basically here.
well,
what
let's
you're
slow down a
basically
little
saying
bit.
is you want to get married at the end of the year
Let's-
before 2024.
Let's
No,
slow
next
down.
That's what I'm
Next
basically
week.
hearing.
Slow down a lot a bit, actually. I'm not getting married till I'm 45. I've said this many times.
45.
I need about.
No, he's gonna get married in 1 year. I
I
guarantee.
need 22 more years
22.
to feel
He said,
ready.
I need to double my life before I
Yeah,
can get married.
Exactly.
Make
and then
sure.
45 get married, and then you wait 10 years. 55 you have kids, and
You know, it's your own path.
yeah.
It's your own path. You do what you want to do.
Yeah.
No, but then we had as a groomsman there was like a 3-4 hour buy period before the ceremony,
Hmm.
and so like we're
Period.
yeah, so like we're just like standing there. We're dudes, right? So we're not getting ready because it takes us like
Yeah.
5-10 minutes to get ready,
Unfortunate.
and so we're just playing pool, and then Matt, his name's Matt Uribe. He's like he sits down like an hour before. He's like, oh my God, it's kicking in, and so we're just watching
like,
him.
oh, I know what I'm doing
Starting
now.
to freak out. We take all our pics and stuff, and then he's up there, and oh my God, I was tearing up, dude. I was it was crazy. And the ceremony was 15 minutes.
What?
15 minutes.
Did they say what they needed to say?
Yeah, they said their speeches.
It was
Vows are like
15?
15 minutes,
15
you
minutes.
know? Like,
The whole marriage thing
The
was
whole marriage.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, dude.
No way.
Yes. The whole ceremony was 15 minutes, and I was like, oh.
Imagine all that prep for 15
Yeah,
minutes.
exactly. That's what I
There's
was saying.
drapes and everything. Oh, we're done. Clean up.
15 minutes.
Yeah, and so we walked out there. I mean, his dad actually officiated him, which was pretty cool.
That's tough.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
that was pretty cool. So dad officiated them. They said their stuff, and on our way. And after that, I was like, just like that, buddy. All 30 grand. It's like
30 grand.
15 minutes.
30 grand is cheap,
Yeah.
actually.
Is that?
People
Yeah.
be spending so much on weddings.
Oh well, it was
Like,
also Friday, but
Venues could be 30 grand, you know?
yeah, no. To me, well,
Oh.
the venue was the venue was 30 grand. I
Oh.
don't know all the expenses, but the venue was like 30 G's. So I don't know. It was a badass venue. It was on a lake in like Lake Gregory, Arrowhead. Yeah, it was a really cool
that's
spot.
nice.
Yeah. Then after that, it was just got together. Then it was like, what is it? Cocktail hour.
Yeah.
And then we ate our grub and we started dancing.
What did they serve?
Tri-tip and pesto pasta. Yep.
I love pesto pasta,
Yep.
especially if it's penne pesto pasta.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was
that
penne
is
pasta.
bomb.
Yeah, there you go.
Can we redo the wedding so I can go?
Yeah, right. No, it was actually lit. And then
Right, just drop another 30K. You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
right? I literally texted them after that. I was like, you guys should do this more often. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
How much would you spend on your wedding, since it's coming up?
Probably about $50.
$50.
$50.
Good
Are
amount.
you sure? That's a little much.
A
No?
Just
little
the meal
bit.
for you and
A
the
little
bride.
bit. Yeah. Just my meal.
No, seriously though,
The
how much?
license is $50.
Marriage
yeah.
license?
Yeah. They signed they signed their papers today.
Oh.
Yeah,
So they
forgot
got
to do it at
legally
the wedding.
married?
So I was like, you guys could have just done this with all of us around you anyway.
Yeah.
Just sign the papers instead of going and doing
Yeah.
the whole
Send it
ceremony.
off.
Why do
Yeah.
people spend so much on weddings?
Because that's just how much it costs.
Well, I think, okay, from like the dress perspective, right? Bless you. There's like, say you find a white dress somewhere, it could be like $20. Well, nowadays like 30. But if you find a white dress and is labeled wedding dress, it can go for like 100. You know,
Yeah.
so I feel like they always just upcharge everything if it's related to that because they know that you need it, you're gonna pay for it anyways.
Facts. That's big facts. That's
Mm.
something we're talking about. I think we we're talking about yesterday. But I was like, dude, if I got married, I'm not gonna say because they're talking about the flowers and how much the flowers are,
Yeah.
like thousands. I'm like, this is ridiculous. What if
Right.
I just say it's a graduation flower
Mhm.
thing? They're like, well, you could probably do that. I'm like, then I'm probably gonna do that. I don't give a shit if they know it's my wedding or not. What
Right,
the
lie to
hell?
everybody.
Yeah.
So do they charge you extra if they
Just
think
because.
it's a wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah, try getting a cake and then asking for a wedding cake.
Yes. That's
It's a whole other price.
The tiered cakes.
Yeah.
They're like they can be like $1,000, dude.
you could literally buy
Really?
3 different size cakes and then stack 'em.
That is, yeah, you can.
But then like the DIY also adds like extra stress, but
yeah, but if you're artsy like that, why not?
Right.
Yeah.
What if you just rent your dress or suit from Goodwill? Or I don't know if that's
You
an option,
can't rent
but-
from Goodwill. That's not how.
Yeah,
That's
I
not how
don't
it
know.
works.
It's
No.
how cheap I am. I'm
McElroy's
gonna
gonna
rent
come
from
for you.
Goodwill.
Yeah.
Well, you
No.
can you rent a dress? You can, right?
You
Wedding
can- I'm
dresses?
sure, but I don't think the girls do that?
I mean I mean I wouldn't because it makes no sense. They're about the same price. Might as well
Yeah.
keep it.
Yeah.
But then when are you gonna wear it again? But like it's special.
Yeah, I
Ah,
think it's
so
special.
much.
The tux rentals were pricey.
Yeah.
They were like $250. Yeah.
Oh my
Oh, that's
god.
like-
not too bad. $250
For a rental, you can buy a suit for like the same suit for like $400.
Yeah,
I-
that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's what it is.
Oh, that's how much suits are?
But yeah.
Yeah, suits are expensive.
Oh my gosh.
A good suit is like
Sure.
$500.
Yeah.
It's wild. Yeah, it's hard being a guy.
Oh yeah.
It's hard being a
So
guy.
hard being a
It
guy.
is.
I'm sorry. I apologize for even thinking otherwise.
We have to learn how to tie a tie.
We have
you
to
know,
shave
different
every
ones.
day.
Oh,
I have to do my
they
hair.
have to shave every day.
I have to.
We have a whole body to worry about.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to. I choose to.
Yeah, fair.
Why?
Yeah.
What is going back to dance? Because I am really curious. How much? No, I really am. What? Because from an outsider perspective, dance seems like an individualistic sport. Is it
Mm.
that, or is it a lot of like? Obviously, if you do choreography, you can involve other people.
Yeah.
But what is the communal aspect of dance, in your
There's-
experience?
There's so many. Like you can collaborate with other choreographers to create something beautiful. You can collaborate with like the clients. Be like, whatever your vision is, I'll help you bring it to life with my knowledge. And then there's also like just solo work, putting it on like a single person, or my solo work, putting it on a group of people. There's so many things. It's like so layered and diverse, and I think it just like helps you be on your toes for anything. You know, like any situation. Like, okay, I know what to do with this. I know what to do with that.
Just with your in-depth knowledge, you can just apply it to situations. Kind of like
Exactly.
math.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
You know,
cool.
honestly, when I'm choreographing
Yeah.
for
Math.
don't
It
tell
is.
nobody.
Well, it is kind of like math, right? If you think about it.
I just know up to
I don't
8.
see how.
Yeah.
5, 6,
I don't
7,
see
8,
how
that's
it's
all I got.
related to math.
That's all I got. No, I hate math. That was another reason because I had to take what was it called? Accounting
Oh,
for
yeah.
when I was a business major.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh. I got a C in that class. I was like, I do not want to ruin my GPA anymore. I'm switching to dance.
That's what took you off? Accounting?
Accounting.
Wow.
Accounting.
Okay. That's
It
fair.
was kind of fun because like
Yeah.
you're organizing or whatever.
Yeah.
But then for the most part, I was like,
Like in accounting, once like you work all the numbers out, it's satisfying. Like, oh, I'm finally done. Everything makes sense.
yeah,
But getting up to that, it's like, oh,
yeah,
you know,
like
it's
just
annoying.
applying everything is.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So okay, so when you're teaching them, like they're like, say, I don't know what it's called, but you said the one that's like a surprise dance or whatever.
Mhm, yeah.
So when they're asking you, hey, teach me how to do this dance or whatever, are they able to critique you? Like, hey, I don't want to do it this way. I want to do it that way.
It depends.
Okay.
I've definitely had to like figure out my own boundaries for that, like especially within this past year, because if you give them that free will, they'll go crazy with it. No, I was like, dang, who's choreographing, me or you?
Yeah.
Like, so I have to just set a boundary. Like, okay, I'm gonna choreograph it. You can put in input on certain things. Like, if you like it or not, I'll change it. You know, like
yeah.
if it's too risque or if it's like not enough movement, let me know. But don't like critique my work. You know.
Oh, they critique your work sometimes.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, it's a little boring." I'm like, "Well,
Really?
I'm like, "Well, your kid isn't dancing full out. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it could
Okay.
be something great. If Russell went and did it, would have looked amazing, you know."
Yeah, yeah.
But
Are you saying Russell's a good dancer?
he is. He's killing
Good.
it.
Awesome.
And
Look at him turning red.
one thing I do have to say, I love appreciation of other cultures. So in the African dance diaspora, when you gave the introduction at that concert, I was like, thank you. This is like what people need to know. They can't just go to a concert and see like, what was it, Saba? Come on.
She was giving you a compliment, and now you're letting her
I
down. man.
know.
No,
Okay,
I'm
Russ,
kidding.
Russ has a lot on his mind. Lots of things.
Make one up. Is it Cuckoo? Was it Sente? Was it Sente? Okay, Sente.
What is that?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
there's many styles of like West African dance, and like
Nice.
we're training in it, you know, and it's beautiful. I'm like honored. So having that knowledge of it, going to a concert, and then having the intro of it, explaining what it is, it's like, oh, this is a welcoming dance. Like, okay, cool.
Mm.
Oh, so there was like a descriptor
Yeah.
before the dance. That's
Which I
cool.
never really see.
Yeah.
You know, at Long Beach, we train in Mufundala, which is
La Fundala?
Mufundala. It's spelled UMF, but it's Ma.
Mufundala.
Yeah,
What is
Mufundala.
that? Another African dance?
Yeah, another African
Okay.
diaspora here.
Yeah.
But
Here, what do you mean?
so I'm not 100% on this knowledge. Don't quote me. But from what I can remember, one of the mamas, I forgot her name. I'm so sorry. She came
Yeah.
here and then developed her technique over here and taught it.
Oh, gotcha.
So you
So it's
can
her
get-
own dance style.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
And so you can get certified in it and
Yeah.
train and teach it to everyone else as well.
See, I wish I knew this for the wedding. Or else you would have to see Matt's crazy legs, but
What's your favorite style of dance?
Mm. Like, should I say culturally or?
I have no
Technique.
idea how.
Because technique, I would say jazz. It's just,
So there's a difference between technique and cultural in terms of types of dances.
I view them differently, you know, because
Okay.
at Long Beach, we didn't teach any type of Hispanic dancing, which is unfortunate. But my favorite Hispanic, like culturally, would be like cumbias or guapangos. So
It's interesting how every culture has a specific style of dance,
yeah.
except for America.
No.
What do we have in
Country,
America?
right?
Oh,
like,
country? Do we? I
Line
don't know.
dancing is
Line dancing?
technically
What is it? What type
line
of
dancing.
line dancing?
Yeah, you know what? At country clubs when they like,
oh yeah.
well, like country bars.
Oh, okay, sure. So that's the American style.
Oh yeah.
I'll give
literally
them. I'll
line
give them
dancing
that.
is. Yeah.
Okay. So we got
That's
something.
about it.
That's it.
That's about it.
That's all I'll give them.
Well, there's rap dancing too.
Hip hop.
Yeah,
Hip hop.
oh,
Oh
sorry,
yeah, hip hop. That's
yeah.
American.
Rap, yeah, hip hop.
Rap dancing. What kind of name is it? No, yeah, hip hop. That's a real type
Yeah?
of dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Just like
Interesting.
twerking and like.
Wow.
No. Whoa.
Just
Whoa.
kidding.
Whoa.
Joking. Yeah.
I hope so.
No.
He said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
Wait, what
history
is it,
hip-hop,
though?
too.
Hip hop dancing. Like what else?
Wait, you were
Actually,
serious?
No,
This guy-
I'm curious. I don't know.
Well,
I do not know.
it's like a whole curtain, and there's
Mhm.
different things. There's like b-boy,
Of course.
the breaking, and then house
Like
dance.
you would know.
It's
This
very
guy doesn't know
versatile.
anything, bro.
Of
You
course.
should know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, breakdancing. That's hip hop.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a huge breakdancer.
Yeah?
When I was like,
No, you're not.
bro, when I was like 7, 8
Do
years
you
old.
know how hard it is to break
It is
dance?
so
I mean, I don't know.
What
I've
are you
never.
trying to say about me, bro?
You can't dance. That's what I'm trying to say. It's very clear.
I believe everyone can dance. Right.
Anyone
We
can
believe
dance?
Everybody can
I was
dance.
learning how to spin on my head when I was like 8 years old because I was like the biggest hip hop guy. Eminem, baby, Eminem.
Yeah, I feel like kids could go through that phase. and
Yeah.
stick with it, but you didn't.
I would just spin
so.
on my head all day. I had the cardboard out.
Ain't no way.
Nah,
I don't believe it.
nah, I'm just joking. But I did want to break dance when I was young. I
I
was
did
just
too.
never coordinated.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, sucks.
You could start now.
Yeah, I
Well-
could. Probably won't, but could. How about you, buddy? What kind of dancing do you do
I don't dance.
I've seen you
That's one
dance.
thing. When have you seen me dance?
at those concerts? You're like, oh, you're like hand in the air.
That's like when we were in 5 years ago in college.
Well,
We went to the last time.
We went to
Montreal. Yeah.
no, not even that was a club, but not even then. When it Lumen, what's his name? Luca? Yeah, Luca's thing.
Oh my.
You're dancing,
roommate,
bro?
yeah. No, but I was just standing, like trying to be, trying to look like everybody else there,
vibing.
trying to fit
Still
in.
dancing.
Vibing. That's
Hands
not
in the
dance.
air.
Yeah, that is dancing.
Doing this is this dancing? Is
Yeah.
this dancing? All right.
Yeah,
No,
bro.
there's
I'm
a
a
technique
dancer.
in that.
There
you
Actually.
What I wanna address something. What made you anxious, or I can't say the word ANXIOUS. How do you
Anxious?
say it? Anxious? Okay, I say it. What made you anxious about your friend's wedding? It wasn't your wedding.
Yeah, I'm
Why were
curious
you
too.
yeah.
What were the reasons?
It just like
He got anxious. Did you see that?
He's
He
red.
just got anxious again.
time is fleeting.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's really what it's about, man. That's really what it's about. He's my longest friend actually since 6th grade. We're 11, so just like
Aw.
thinking about it. I actually wrote a wedding. I'll tell you this in a minute, but like thinking about like all the times like from elementary school, middle school, high school, and we had a lot of class. Not even like we're just friends, but we had a lot of classes together, hung out a lot. Like I remember we would talk about crushes with each other,
Mhm.
and just like all these things, and it's piling up until like this moment where he's found like his other half, right? And then now they solidify that. And
Mhm.
I mean, they've been living together, right, for the past year and a half. So that kind of softens the landing, I think, because
Yeah.
to me, that's kind of a bigger deal than getting married. Because if you're moving in, that means you're probably pretty ready with the person, right?
100%.
But it's probably more of the symbolization of marriage that really got me. Because it's like once you're married, it's like you're now closing your childhood onto like this new life.
That's so
yeah.
valid.
So that was crazy to me.
You can still be a child.
You can be a child. You're
You can still be a
right.
child.
Please don't. For all your future wives.
I'm never
please
gonna stop
don't.
being a child.
With balance at
That's
least.
what I believe. Oh man, no, yeah, that was.
Can I say something about American culture?
You
And
could say anything about American
I
culture.
think this culture, and again, like I'm not judging anybody, but I just think I don't like how a lot of people move in together before getting married,
Me neither.
because it's like I feel like one, it kind of takes away from the sanctity of marriage. Like that's supposed to be a contract where you're like, okay, yeah, me and you, now we get to finally live with each other. But if you're already doing that before, I don't know, and you're not like
Yeah.
committed forever to the other person, it just seems to me like you're both a little scared to just take the next step. You know what I'm saying? That's just my
Yeah.
like honest critique of moving in before marriage. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, there's a lot of layers to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We live in a generation of options, right? We talk about this a lot. We live in a generation of options, and I think options naturally like induce fear in us because if you're with somebody and you see something that you don't may necessarily care for, you know that there's other options out there, and that induces fear. Like, oh, what if I'm stuck here? What if I'm stuck or whatever, right? And so you're like, okay, let me drag it on longer. Let me see how she's really like if I move in. Let me see if what she's doing or what he's doing. If maybe he'll get his act together or whatever if we move in. And then eventually you realize nobody's ever gonna be perfect, right?
Yeah.
And so when you realize that, then you can jump ship and then go check the next fish out, and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Well,
By the way,
From a
you're
girl's
the first
perspective.
female guest we've
Yeah.
had. So this is a record. So you represent the entire female population of America right now. Your answer. You're representing the entire
I don't want to claim America as a
entire
Hispanic, no.
demographic.
Of Gen Z.
Yeah.
I think
Gen
it's different in my brain though because I grew up in a Hispanic household, so I don't know American ideals like that.
Mm.
But like I am taught that you're supposed to move in after marriage. I mean, that's like my plan, but someone else's plan is different, especially with the economy.
Yeah.
Like if you guys find it better to move in dual income, perfect. That's fine for you guys. Like do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no say in it really,
And
Why?
say what?
Why not?
because that's not my life. That's their life.
No. I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm just saying. In
like
your
yours.
opinion,
Yeah.
Like where I gonna like
Yeah. I'm not saying this was my buddies, by the way. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
was. I have no idea what their situation. I know that they
Yeah.
both lived here and then they both moved to Portland, so it just made sense for them to move in together.
yeah.
I'm not saying
I'm
theirs.
not.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not criticizing our friend here.
I don't know. It's just if you guys find it easier to do that because of your finances, then
Yeah.
that's just what it's gonna be.
So you think it boils down to the finances then?
That's all it is. Like if you look at other countries, like I always see different TikToks from France and they have like better living conditions. Sure, they have like what is it? Not a democracy, but they have
Socialism.
they have socialism.
No, it's still democracy though. Like people, for the
Vote.
most part, it's a democratic republic. Yeah, France.
I don't know. I've never been.
Yeah.
But,
it's a
like-
great
Yeah.
country. Yeah,
I want to go.
yeah.
Is it a great country?
It is, especially Paris.
You're yeah.
It's a great city. I went 2 years ago.
Oh,
went to
okay.
Why
Paris.
was it so great?
I think number one, I
Don't-
really
Don't
like.
tell us number one. We don't want to hear
I
that
think-
right now.
I think the food in France. By the way, this
Uh-huh.
might be like a controversial opinion. I was
yeah.
talking to somebody from Spain yesterday.
Yeah.
These two people from Spain, and they were saying France sucks, and I was defending France because I actually think it's underrated as a country. But sorry, I don't want to go off that tangent, but I just think the food's great, and the people are actually nice.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people say French people are mean, but they were nice
I
to
feel
me.
like
at
they're
least.
just blunt. Like they're who
They're
they
honest,
are. You
yeah.
know, like
Mm.
okay, if you say something dumb, they're probably gonna be like, that was dumb, like that. Maybe I don't know. I've never been to France.
No, I have no idea.
But yeah, I've heard that when people go to like Europe and eat, they lose weight because the food is like actually healthier.
Yeah. I feel like that's a lot of places aside from this place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunate.
American food sucks.
American food, for the most part, sucks. We know how to make a steak. We know how to make steak and barbecue.
saying that
Steak,
'cause he
ice
just had one.
creams, dairy products,
Well,
excessively high obesity
true,
rates.
but even Japan, their dessert was insane. We've talked about that.
Yeah,
many
but it
times.
felt healthier. I don't know.
true.
It just
But they knew how to make it like it
feels-
was good, right? I'm saying like American, what's good, like really good in America, I
Mhm.
think is like steaks, barbecue.
Yeah, we have good
Yeah,
aspects.
We have some good food.
but it's mostly unhealthy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of unhealthy, like just all the fast food crap. It's annoying. Did you go dancing yesterday?
No,
Oh, you didn't? I thought you guys went to some
no.
No?
What ended up happening?
yeah.
Well, first of all, why are you asking? I don't go dancing. That's
He
not what I do.
does.
My bad.
I don't go
He
dancing.
doesn't
I'm
want
not
to
a
admit it right
dancer.
now. He
Oh,
Bollywood
yeah,
dances.
sure.
That's what he
I-
does.
I
He
what?
Bollywood dances.
I Bollywood dance. I do love
look
Bollywood
at the way
films.
he's dressed, even bro. Like this is
What
like a
is this?
Bollywood actor.
You think Bollywood when you see my outfit? I mean,
Oh my
I'll take that as a
gosh.
compliment. I'll take that as a
It's not
compliment.
a bad thing. That's just the vibe.
I'll take that as a
No,
compliment.
I'm just kidding, bro.
Well, I
What
would
do you think about Bollywood dance though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
beautiful.
Okay. Nice.
I was gonna ask your
Yeah.
ethnicity though.
What do you think I am?
I don't want to do that.
You can.
Yeah,
You
do
can,
that.
I won't
well,
be
since you
offended.
said Bollywood, I want to say
He
Indian.
said Bollywood, not me.
No, that's why.
Yeah,
Since you
yeah.
said
Indian?
Bollywood,
Yeah.
Indian.
No,
yeah,
no.
basically.
I'm not Indian. I'm Pakistani.
Nepal.
Pakistani.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Basically the same thing.
No.
Okay.
Only had 3 wars amongst our countries. It's not the same. What do you think ethnicity this guy is?
I first thought white guy, but then you said your last
White
name.
guy? White guy, yes. Yes.
No.
You're like, he's so racist.
It's
He
the
has to be
tiny
white.
shorts and lack of socks that like get
Oh.
me. You know,
Thanks.
I'm no.
Yeah.
Like, it's giving Huntington Beach.
Wow.
Wait, you really think he's white?
At first, but then he
Oh,
said his
okay.
last name, so I was like, oh, probably Hispanic of some sort. So
Okay,
if I were
yeah.
to guess a certain type of like Hispanic, maybe
Yeah.
like, I don't want to go basic Mexican, but
Yeah. go ahead.
Mexican.
Yeah, half Mexican. Well, yeah, half Mexican. And then my other half is other stuff.
Everywhere
Other
else.
stuff.
Everywhere else, yeah.
Conglomerate of things.
Lots of things, yeah.
Okay.
A lot is also my family, like culturally, I guess it's Mexican, but like 23andMe genetics wise, it shows like 48% is Spanish, 4% is indigenous, so I guess that's what Mexico would be, and then 38 is Indian, and then the rest is like English, Scottish, and then so on and so forth.
Yeah, we all are colonized a little
Something
bit.
like that. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Are you Mexican?
Yeah,
Or- okay,
Mexican.
gotcha.
My mom is Mexican and my dad is Mexican,
Nice.
so I got the whole thing.
Are they from here, or were they born in Mexico?
My dad was born in Mexico. My mom
Okay.
born here.
Your mom. Okay. See, so something with me, I guess culturally, you can tell, just like more American. Well,
Yeah.
I know seriously, like we've talked
little
about this
bit.
too. It's the Mexican and even Indian culture, they didn't like carry on into, I guess, my parents. Like my extended family definitely has like Mexican culture and Indian culture, but like my mom and dad, they're just very American. And so like that culture aspect wasn't really translated to me. And so I think that's probably why I don't carry on the same,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I mean that's
type
fine.
thing, yeah.
It's not fine.
Whitewash, whatever.
It's
That is
not
such a
fine.
horrible
It's not fine.
term.
It's
Yeah.
not fine at all.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
It's not.
Fix
So
it right
how do I
now.
fix it?
Fix it right now.
Tell me how.
Watch a bunch of Bollywood films.
Teach me,
Watch
bro.
a
We come
bunch
from the
of
same culture.
Hispanic
Indian,
films.
Pakistani, came from the same culture.
He doesn't want to watch Bollywood films.
Why
Some of the
not?
greatest cinema. He's
Because
racist.
I've watched
No,
them.
he hasn't
I have
watched
watched
anything.
them.
Oh.
Yeah.
He watched the first 10 minutes and he's like, yeah. He watched the greatest Bollywood film ever for 20 minutes and he won't finish it.
What is it?
3 Idiots.
Three-
You should watch that. It's great. It's a
Where
great
can I
film.
find it? Don't say Netflix.
Anywhere. No, it's on. I
No.
don't think it's on. It used to be on Netflix.
It used to be on Netflix. That's where I was watching it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad movie. Okay, I've watched a lot of Bollywood movies.
Which ones have you watched?
I'm not saying I don't know exact names to be.
You
completely
can't
honest.
even know the name. You
No,
don't
because
know
my
the name.
nana would play them.
See,
and-
you're not watching. You're just like coming to the house. You watch like 10 minutes. You're like,
Yeah.
wow, what is this?
No,
That's not watching.
bro. My nana.
Have
would
you
watch
sat
some-
down, finished
Yes.
to
Yes.
start to finish?
with my nana. Yes.
Start to finish.
We would be sitting there and I'd be freaking out because I didn't just. I don't like the. It was like like a lot of it was just over dramatized, and I'm not into that.
That's
Yeah.
part of the culture.
It is part of the culture.
Like novelas, you know,
Yeah.
it's just
Over
dramatic.
dramatized,
You
too.
have to. It's
I've watched a lot of
interesting.
novellas with my grandma and my dad.
Did you like those?
Did not.
He hates both of us, is what he's
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Has to be.
He's racist. Yeah.
A little bit.
He said,
To every
"I'm
race, but-
Americanized, meaning."
I'm whitewashed. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wish. I guess no. I don't wish I had more culture. I appreciate.
Oh.
I appreciate my culture.
All right, now you're the redneck. Is that what you're trying to
No,
say? Like,
but
you know what? I'm not whitewashed. I'm actually a redneck.
something I do notice about cultures though, like when you're coming, or I'm not saying this about everybody, but because there's a lot of Americans like that too. But the culture, there's like certain stigmas about like when you're Mexican, like there's stigmas about other countries very
Yeah.
shortly south, the Salvadorians, Guatemalans, right?
Mhm.
And so like I know for sure some of my family holds these like these stigmas, but I don't because I don't feel connected like that.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes
Even like
sense.
yeah, Indian like I guess I'm not supposed to be liking this guy, but I don't hold that stigma with them. You know what I'm saying?
He pulled the anti-racist card on
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. What?
Fine.
One of the most beautiful things about America, though, is it brings together so many different cultures, and for the most part, we all live in harmony,
Yeah.
right? Like in Los Angeles, it's so diverse.
I love LA for that.
It's
Yeah.
so diverse.
Like, the rest, like the middle part of America, hates LA for that. That's what's crazy.
You think that's why?
No, it's so hard to wrap my mind around because on both ends it's so culturally diverse and mixed. But when you go into the center, they don't agree with the outside. So I don't get it. I'm like, okay, so American culture is, what was the boiling pot term? Right? It was boiling pot, mixing pot.
Melting pot?
The melting pot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boiling.
egg melting, boiling. Yeah.
No, it's the
It's
opposite.
hot
Boiling
here.
versus melting. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, it's not the opposite, but both hot. Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's just interesting to see like the idea of culture in America is the melting pot, but if you look at like the true like redneck,
Yeah.
they don't like that. They want us out.
You think
They-
so? I don't know.
I don't know. I see a lot of those racist people TikToks. I'm like, ooh, if there's one of you in this video and you're in this area,
I see what you
okay.
mean. I think for the most part, Americans are accepting of other cultures. There's extremes in every culture.
You're right.
There's extremes
Yeah.
everywhere. Like you'll always find that one racist person. But I feel like, for the most
Matt.
part, yeah, like Matt, right? Like Matt. You'll always see Matts
There he is.
everywhere.
Yep.
But I think, but I think like, for the most part, America, I think, is the most diverse country in the world. It's one of the most diverse
I
countries
think
in
it's
the
probably
world.
the most diverse
What
country.
other
yeah.
country has every other ethnicity? Literally, I think Los Angeles is probably the most diverse city. Actually,
Yeah.
that London is pretty close. New York is
Really?
diverse as well. Yeah.
Is there Hispanics in London?
Well, London has a lot of like Asian people.
Yeah.
They have a lot of like
I
Africans.
feel like LA has every continent.
LA
though, right?
does.
Except
That's what I'm
Antarctica.
saying. I think
Yeah.
LA. I genuinely think
Yeah.
LA is the most diverse city. Probably
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe San Fran.
New York,
Check it out.
the
come on.
most diverse city in
I-
the world.
You know what's really diverse? Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
It's insanely diverse. There's a
Getting
lot.
more
Yeah,
diverse.
more and more, dude. There's always been. I recently heard because I didn't know this, but there's always been like a lot of Hispanics in Chicago too. I never
no,
knew
they
that.
love us. They
Yeah.
have a statue of us,
Really? Wait,
What's
what?
the statue?
the giant bean.
Now that's racist.
Okay, that was a good one. That was comedy. Okay.
Internalized racism helps me go.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Wow,
actually
they do.
funny.
Yeah.
The bean.
The
love us.
bean.
It's me right there. I'm just in the center.
The bean. Have you ever been to Chicago?
No, farthest I've gotten is Montreal.
Montreal.
Oh yeah, we were in Montreal
We were in Montreal yeah.
last summer.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Montreal last summer.
Oh,
really?
you were?
Yeah.
August? Or did we go August or
August.
August? Yeah.
Either August or July.
Oh, okay. We
But
went towards the end of August.
I don't really remember. I went for Osheaga.
What's
that?
Osheaga?
Oh, it's like, I guess close comparison. It's Canada's Coachella.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You
I
went
saw
to Canada's
Oh,
Coachella.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. Was
Yeah.
it better than the?
I've never been
American?
to this Coachella,
Okay.
so I don't know.
Oh, you went to Canada's Coachella, but not American?
Yeah.
How come?
Well, a brand flew me out there.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. That's
sweet.
awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Did you perform?
No.
Oh, I was like, dude. Okay.
Well, I do social media too,
Yeah.
so they don't even utilize my
Oh.
dancing. They just use like
Your
my-
follower count.
my style, I guess. This is what I got today.
Mm,
Oh, so it's literally like a clothing brand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Nice.
gotcha.
Garage
nice.
clothing. I don't know.
garage.
Garage.
clothing.
That's a brand.
Yeah, it's a female
Nice.
clothing store. So
I've heard of Garage actually. Don't they have a one in Cerritos Mall?
yeah, I work at that one.
Oh, what the? Okay. There you go.
Nice.
That's okay. Cool.
Yeah.
What did you think of Montreal?
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It felt like really nice. I mean, there was French everywhere, so I had to like learn that a little bit. But I mean,
What did you learn? What words did you pick up?
what do I know?
What? Yeah.
The phrase I grasped onto was "Parlez-vous anglais?"
Parlez-vous
Yes.
anglais?
Do you speak English?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "Please, parlez-vous anglais?"
Parlez-vous
And they're like,
anglais?
"Oui," and I was like, oh, "Okay, so where is this?"
Yeah.
I know Je suis Matthew.
And a
Nice.
bonjour. I can say that, but bonjour.
That's it.
Yeah. Hi.
I learned our
Classic. Classic American.
Bonjour.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
forgot.
I learned for evening it's bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Oh,
Yeah.
similar to Spanish.
Yeah.
Right?
Really?
Or no?
There's
I
two different
close?
ones. I mean, I guess buenos dias, buenas noches.
Oh yeah.
Similar.
I mean, both come from Latin descent, so that's probably where-
Really?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah. Italian. I think French. And all the Portuguese, Spanish, so on. Yeah.
That I didn't know.
Montreal is very European. Like it's very close to being
The vibe?
European.
Yeah.
Montreal, Quebec,
Quebec
City,
City is just
straight up Europe.
yeah,
I think.
it's Europe.
Yeah.
That
Did you
was
go to
cool.
Quebec City when you were there?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's
No.
a little bit up more north.
So we went to Toronto. His family was getting married, like a
Mm.
cousin or something was getting married, and
My
so
cousin
your
was
cousin,
getting
right?
married,
yeah, is getting married. So we went to Toronto for like a week, and then our other friend Jenish, all of us went and we rented a car, and for the next like week and a half, something like that. Yeah, we drove through Montreal and then into Quebec City, and then we stayed in Montreal for only like 2 days.
2-3 days.
Yeah, 2-3 days.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
I had some
I
good
love
food.
Quebec City though more.
Yeah, Quebec City is crazy.
Felt like home. I don't know why.
Yeah, bro, this guy
Yeah, what?
nothing.
Have you ever been to Pakistan?
Yeah, I
Yeah?
grew up
He
there.
grew up
Oh,
there.
okay, cool.
I lived there for 12 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like you're growing up 12 years, or like you were born there?
Yeah, I was born and raised there.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Pakistan.
he was ousted, moved to Cerritos,
This,
met Mr. Matt Gutierrez, and
Yeah.
became American.
this is one of the first people I met in America.
Really?
Yeah, I've known-
That's a nice friendship.
yeah.
it's pretty
I've
Do you
known
feel
this-
honored?
Me?
He should, yeah.
chose you and liked
Yeah,
you.
I
Chose me.
chose you.
I do feel honored for that. I do feel honored.
He's like, a good American.
yeah, a good American.
Yeah, that was 11 years ago. Wow. 11
Aw.
years. That's a long time.
A long time ago.
You said you just graduated, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday. Oh,
Whoa.
literally yesterday.
Well, yesterday and tomorrow is my official graduation, but
Oh,
I went to
okay.
the Latino graduation.
Oh, so it'll sink in more tomorrow then, I guess. At the official.
I don't even know
no?
if I want to go tomorrow, honestly.
You don't want to go to
Really?
graduation?
So there's two
Really?
walking ceremonies?
Technically tomorrow is the main one, but I wanted to do the cultural one, so I can get
Nice.
like the sash with the sarape at the end of it, like that blanket. you know?
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, sweet. So at Long Beach?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, cool. She's graduating from Fullerton on Tuesday.
OMG!
Yeah.
Congrats. We're in
So-
the same boat.
Saturday. That's crazy, right? A graduation on a Saturday?
Yeah, I had to be there by 8 a.m.
She has to be there by 6.
That's horrible.
Yeah, dude.
What time are you gonna wake up to get ready?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro, I gotta be there by 7 a.m. That means I'm like, I don't know about that. Yeah.
Graduation.
Yeah.
I felt a lot of anxiety after graduating college.
This guy's been
Really? How
Yeah.
come?
Well,
nuclear.
The day, no, hold on.
What was your major?
I was pre-law, politics, philosophy, and law with a minor in cinematic arts.
Oh.
It was the easiest major. Yeah.
Oh.
It was just
For you, bro.
Yeah, I was
For
about
a
to
lot
say.
of people, it's not that easy.
no, but it was like 1 year of
Sounds
classes.
kind of
though.
hard.
It was the smallest major at USC. It's one of the smallest majors. It was 32 units only. So I took 1 year of classes worth my major.
Right.
Oh wow.
So it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
I just felt a lot of anxiety because I felt like I was no longer a kid. You know, like
Oh.
now it was the real world. I
Oh.
love being a kid.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never wanted to be an adult. Like I'm fine with being a kid. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm okay with being a kid too.
Yeah.
Let's just
I
go
don't
back to
know.
being kids.
I'm still a kid.
See, what I've been telling them is we should all move in together, and then we can just like be in this cycle funnel of just being kids, just
No.
us three.
You can just
Why
get
not? That sounds so fun. I've always wanted to live with my friends. Like, you know those duplexes where it's like a house and a house and a house? Oh, your own community. How fun.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be
right?
great. You don't want to do that with him?
no.
Why not?
Why
Why not, bro? We'll have lots of fun.
No, I would just get tired of it. I don't know. I'm a very weird guy. Like I get tired of people, but I love living with my parents. This might be controversial, but like in my early 20s, I've been living with my parents. Like I moved out for college and I got that whole experience of moving out and whatever. But as the last 2 years that I've been living with my parents, I actually enjoy it. Like I like it.
Yeah.
It's like a battle every day.
it?
Well, in terms of just like it's because they're from a different generation. I'm from a different generation. We're always like,
I feel
Yeah.
like your parents are pretty understanding though for like traditional.
yeah, they're very nice.
They're
people.
very
they're
good
very
people,
great people. Yeah,
understanding,
they're
yeah,
great.
yeah.
They're so great.
Yeah, they're so great.
They're great. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
mind living with my parents.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I still live with my parents. Cool.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this economy.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
Right. Right.
No, yeah, it's cool. Nothing wrong with it. Why is it so controversial to you? Why do you think it's a very controversial thing to live with your parents?
Well, isn't it?
I mean, I
don't know.
think. I don't
And when you're
know.
young, at least. I don't know.
Wait, what?
When you're young, right? Like people say, like you shouldn't. Like I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
American culture. In American culture, a lot of people move out.
Oh, like at 18, huh?
Right.
But I
That's
think
what I
because they
hear.
have like, I feel like lack of culture people have parents that think, okay, you're 18, you have to live on your own. But like cultural people, I feel like they try to keep them as much as possible because, like, not that they genuinely love them. I know, like, the white people love their kids too, but
The white
like,
people.
No. Oh, you think there's a divide between like white people and the minorities in terms of like
Family orientation.
yeah,
yeah,
because
like
I feel like community is big for us. You know, there's a lot of individuality in American culture, in my opinion.
That's true. I guess that's something I carry on. My family's very family oriented, so
Yeah.
that's probably something I've carried on.
Yeah, like we rely on each other, you know. We all carry
Yeah.
our weight in the house. Like my mom pays the rent and I clean, you know, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I have to be home by a certain time, but whatever, it's fine.
I think it's changing though because the economy is not doing the best that it can.
Yeah.
I think like a lot of people are just moving back in with their parents.
Yeah.
Even like a lot of white kids, they're with their parents, and it's like
there
becoming
shouldn't be
more
shame in that.
normalized,
Yeah.
which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
Not the economy, but the fact that people are,
Yeah.
are
No.
moving in back with their parents.
Low-key waiting for it to crash, no? Do you sense it or no?
Well, I do.
Oh Lord, we've got into. You're opening up a Pandora's box.
Okay,
You're gonna-
I refrained from
Yeah,
that.
you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
open
let's-
up something
No,
between
yeah,
me and this
withdraw.
guy.
Withdraw. I didn't say anything. What?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Oh, I
Giving
don't
a
know.
job interview question.
You don't like those questions?
Well, I am a big believer in like karma. So I
Mm.
hate if I say something I might jinx it. You
Mm.
know? Like sure there's manifesting and like claiming it for your future, but I kind of like go with the flow, have a solid plan for what's ahead, and yeah, I'll think about the future.
Yeah.
So like right now my idea is to still be a choreographer, but like have a lot under my belt, be like semi-famous, maybe, who knows, you know, just
Do you believe in the evil eye?
I wasn't raised with that.
What is it called? Ojo de. What is it called?
Mal ojo.
Mal
Right?
ojo. Yeah, yeah.
What does that mean?
It's literally evil eye in Spanish.
Yeah.
Everything's literally a translation.
So you
There's
weren't growing
nothing
up with
creative.
that?
No.
Oh, okay. I wasn't growing up with that either, but
It's just
yeah.
like
What? So Russ just asked, what is the
that
mal
blue
ojo?
eye, right? So people carry it with them to ward off those evil spirits, or like say
Yeah.
like you're jealous of me, it'll like protect me from your bad energy.
The energy, yeah.
But like I
Let me
wasn't
put one on my
raised
glasses right now. Mr.
His
G-
clear glasses.
What?
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is that I was gonna ask if that's part of why, like, you said it's like there's one thing to manifest, but there's another thing to put stuff out there, and like you don't know what's gonna. Is that part of it, kind of, or nah? No. Oh, okay.
Evil eye? No,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, because honestly, I wasn't growing up with it, but I've recently like learned about it, like not to share a whole lot because when you share information, other people will start forming opinions and jealousy and envy and whatever, and their energy can like come and bite you in the ass, basically,
Yeah.
right? So
So
I thought that was kind of part of it.
I guess it is. I just wasn't raised with the actual eye attached to it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
like just speaking things out like
Yeah.
that, allowing other people to have the opinion
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
anything to say against it, and you know, possibly deter me from that route. So I don't want to.
Right. No, yeah, that
Like when people say like move in silence, you know.
it's a very true thing. Yeah, move in silence.
Yeah.
What like, I need to understand this term manifestation better. What does that mean? I hear it a lot. I know what it means, but like what does it mean for you?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't
Yeah.
do it. Like I've tried it basically where you journal, you write down what you want, say it is going to happen.
Mhm.
You like you're so confident you see it happening, that's like you manifesting it.
Yeah.
You just put it on the universe and it
Yeah,
and it
but,
happens.
like to yourself, not to like everybody.
Okay.
Not to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, that's just like praying, right?
That's-
Isn't that
Yeah.
praying
Basically.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why do people say manifesting? Is that the cool term? Like I don't know.
Trendy.
Yeah.
I think so. My interpretation, I guess, of manifesting is maybe it's different from what the word actually means, but what I think is, you're working towards something, right? So you
Mhm.
can put something out there, but I think part of manifestation is also working for it, right? So they say like to write down these things. I think they say to write down these things because the more you write things down or the more you put it out there, the more you're gonna believe it.
Yeah.
And this is my big. I say this all the time. If you genuinely believe something, like you genuinely believe, like I genuinely believe Pallet Dudes is gonna take off, like my business. If I believe it, like I know, sorry, not that I believe it. If I know it's going to happen, then there's no other alternative for my brain to think.
Yeah.
It's just I'm going to do what's necessary in order for this to thrive, right?
Yeah.
That to me is what manifestation is, I guess. It's also you can consider praying too, pray to God and yeah.
And when people say like I want to put it out to the universe and the universe is gonna make it happen for me, what is the
What's the
universe?
universe?
I'm
No,
like,
no,
it's
I don't
God.
believe in all that.
Yeah, well, a lot of people say that, and
Yeah.
that's what kind of it's like.
Yeah.
Just say you pray, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you don't manifest.
Yeah, it's hard because like you know I grew up Christian, and so I once I first started learning about all of that through social media, I would talk to my mom about it, and she would kind of like give me like a side eye, like, you don't do that, you know, because
Okay.
then if you're not like praying to God, who are you praying to? And so I was like, oh, I mean, I still like try to follow my religion, but also like, you know, if everyone else is doing it, I feel like you kind of have that sense of like, oh,
Obligation to do it too.
like not obligation to do it. I don't know. Just
See, that's interesting,
just
right?
like keep it in your
Yeah.
mind. You're like, oh, am I manifesting right now? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go.
I was gonna say I think that's like a common thing that's just people in general. If you know, if everyone's talking about it and they're young and you're like, maybe there's something to it. Maybe, oh, if their life's working out that way because they're manifesting, maybe I should be doing it too. But it all boils down to like, I think what your mom was probably saying is like, are you praying to a false god kind of thing, right? And at the end of the day, you can call it whatever you want, but if you believe in God, pray to God. And
Yeah.
I think the people say universe, I just don't think they like they're not completely sure with what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily believe in God, or they don't know if it's true or what's created them or
That
whatever.
uncertainty.
Yeah, uncertainty. Yeah.
And everyone is like filled with uncertainty. There's nothing else you can be. I mean, hope, you know, and like faith. That's what it
Yeah.
is. But
It's like, who's the faith in?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what they think.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say
They
about
think
it?
it's. Well, I think this is a critique of our generation in general. I feel like, I mean, if you look at the broader American public, people are becoming less religious. People believe in God less, and I
Right.
think it's because as a society we've gotten very egotistical. Like
Mm.
we think we alone have the power to change our lives.
Mm.
Well, and we do, but like if we pray to God, that can be
Yeah.
expedited, and like that just humbles us as people.
That's
and I
that
think you live.
individualism.
Yeah, it's rugged individualism. We've talked about it
Western
on the podcast.
society. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just Western society though, because I think in Eastern they still a lot of them believe in God. You know what? Would you consider like South America, like Mexico? Would you consider that Western?
Technically, through like Asians lens, like all of Asia, they think we're Western.
Yeah, but I don't like culturally. I don't think so, right? Because I think Mexico's still very, very religious.
Mhm.
South America, they still have like a
A
lot.
lot, yeah.
Religion is based in the culture heavily.
Exactly.
It's just really U.S. and Canada.
It's mainly Catholicism.
Catholicism, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm Catholic, so
Mm.
yeah, I think it's just like America, Canada, Europe, probably, right? Even Japan,
You're
When-
saying what's considered the West?
like Western thought, I guess I would
What
say.
countries?
Yeah.
Well, like Europe, Australia, New Zealand.
I mean, Japan technically Eastern, right? But they're pretty Western thought.
Japan, yeah.
Yeah. We were in Japan a few months ago, and we were talking to. I guess I was talking to a tour guide, and I was asking her because they had a Shinto religion for a long time, basically meaning that the emperor is like their god, and then they went into Buddhism, and from there they kind of like us, they went secular. So I was asking, when did you guys take that fall from being religious? And she was like, well, when did you guys? And like it was a reverse question, so it's basically saying that they took on that thought process right after.
Oh,
I thought that was a trip.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like how a lot of people are turning away from religion. I think it's, I mean, not to sound like I'm the most religious guy. Like, I try my best to be religious, but I think, like, religion really grounds you in who you are, and it gives you a sense of purpose,
Mm.
and it takes less stress. Like, you're not as stressed about everything because you're putting your faith in something bigger than yourself, which is
Mhm.
God. And, like, a lot of people don't realize that that's what religion is about. It's putting your trust in your
Mhm.
creator and then serving humanity through that lens. And I think once you do that, you just live a more peaceful life.
Yeah.
And I think that's missing from a lot of people's lives right now, especially with how modernized everything is becoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that feel too easy to you,
What, to just give everything up to something else?
to give everything up to God and then He'll handle the rest?
I never thought about it. Like when you're like raised in it, I feel like sure you're kind of herded into that idea, but as
Mhm.
an adult thinking about it, it just feels right anyways.
Feels right to do that.
Yeah. I don't know if that's because I was raised in it
Yeah.
or if it was like I just got lazy. I don't know, but it just feels right anyways. You know, like with
yeah.
tithes too. Like I still give my tithes because I'm scared.
You're what?
My tithes, you know, when you
What's
give
that?
money.
What's that?
So, like, you know, at church when they pass around the basket and you put money in,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, call it offerings. What'd you
Oh.
call it? Tithes?
tithes, yeah.
Oh no, I never heard that term.
Technically, it's tithes and offerings.
Tithes, offerings. Oh, good. Have you heard that?
I swear I didn't make it up.
Well, are you Catholic or are you Protestant or what?
I'm
are you?
Christian.
You're oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've never heard that. Okay, anyway, so you feel like you were like brought up in that to just have your faith in God and then things will kind of come.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I'm definitely of the belief that like God is there, but you know Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche.
Mm-hmm.
So he
Oh,
had,
yeah.
you know that guy.
Mhm.
So he has the belief because he's anti-Christian, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't agree with. But what he does say is he doesn't like Christianity because the people put all their faith in this being, and it makes their life, it makes them feel like their life is going to be like less anxious, easier as a result, right? And so they, as a result, become lazy, and then they won't go ahead and put in their own efforts because if you can trust God, then your life doesn't matter because you're just living for the next life, right? So that's one thing. Like I'm like, yeah, I put my faith in God, but I'm also of the belief that as a person, I can make use of this life in this world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's the extreme
Yeah.
side of it. What you're saying is like if you put your entire faith in God,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay, I'm not gonna do anything. That's not the right
That's not,
strategy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
wasn't
that's,
there like a story where like
yeah,
he
you can't do
gave
that.
gave things to 3 different people and like what they did with it? Like one guy buried it and nothing came from it, versus like some other guy like, you know, invested it, did something and it grew, it tripled, you know. And so when he came back, he was mad at the person that did nothing with it, and he was like, "You were supposed to do something. Like, sure, like I gave you this, but you're supposed to like make it grow."
Mm.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I feel, yeah, that's true.
You have to have a right
Yeah.
balance. Like what I mean by putting your full faith in God is recognizing that if you are doing what you're supposed to do,
Yeah.
like as a Muslim for us it's different, but like as long as you're fulfilling the rights of your family, your friends, your partner, whatever else
Yeah.
you value, everything else is like fine. You do your best. You have
Okay.
to do your best though. You can't just like sit around and be like, "Oh God, can I win the lottery tomorrow, the next day?" You can't do that obviously.
Yeah.
But you got to put in the work, and then God takes care of the rest.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no shortcut to not working hard.
Mm.
Yeah. There's no shortcut to that.
From dance to God. That's kind of how these pods go.
Yeah, that's how they go.
Yeah.
Have we reached an hour, by the way? Almost. 2
57.
minutes.
Yeah.
What do you want to say since we're getting towards the end? Do you want to say something? Anything you want to say to the world? Anything you want to manifest right now?
Yeah, manifest.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I have a question actually. If you could meet yourself, if you could not mute, sorry, if you could meet yourself
Yeah.
5 years from now, what would you tell her?
Okay, wait. So I'm meeting future me.
Yes. What do you have to say to future you? Yeah, I think that's a good question.
Yeah.
I've been asked that before.
Like I would ask like, how good are our boundaries, girl? Like, you know,
Yeah.
like how far have we gotten with that?
Really?
Interesting.
Okay. How about 5 years in the past? What would you tell your past self?
Set some boundaries, girl.
Set some boundaries.
Yeah. Same lesson.
Yeah, same lesson.
Different people at different times.
Yes. I feel
Interesting.
like that plays like a huge role in all of my experiences, honestly.
Have certain boundaries. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a good one. What about you?
5 years from now?
Yeah, both. Past and future.
Dang, dude, 5 years from now, what would I ask myself?
If you
Hard.
could see Matt
Yeah.
Gutierrez
Okay.
right here. This is my hand.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is Matt
yeah.
Gutierrez, right? This is Matt Gutierrez 5 years
What
from
am I,
now.
gangster?
I don't know. That looks
Say
like Matt
something
Gangster,
to him.
yeah.
Say
Yeah.
something to him right now. What do you have to say?
Are you still as funny as 5 years ago?
No. I got married and I got less funny.
He's like, wasn't
Oh, man.
22 years,
All right,
dog.
this is Matt 5 years ago.
Before?
Yeah, it's 2019.
I would tell him what to focus on rather than what he was probably focusing on back then. I guess career-wise, to expedite
Hmm.
what I'm doing now.
Okay.
You?
Okay.
Did you not think you were gonna get this question back
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you?
yeah.
I mean,
Okay, 5 years from now, if I were to see the future me, I'd be like,
there you go.
this is-
This is Abraham.
hey,
5
hey
years.
man, I'm gonna plagiarize this. Just keep living. What Matthew McConaughey says. Just keep living.
Let's keep living.
No, I would say just yeah. Hopefully everything works out.
In the future or the past?
In the future, no. I would say like, have you made the movie yet? That's what I would say.
5 years ago.
No, future.
Future. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Have you made? Did you make palms?
Mm.
Did you make palms?
Did you make palms?
I'm definitely asking that.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
Did you
that
make
sounds
palms?
nice.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
May 30th. That's 12 days. I'm counting down.
What it
buddy.
was Wednesday, right? We went out.
It was May 30th. Was
Yeah.
what we agreed on.
Okay.
Fine.
This is I have a fake deadline from my friends
Yeah.
holding me accountable for something.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
friends. Hold yourselves accountable.
Good people.
Accountability.
To my past,
yeah,
I would
past.
say, bro, I would just say, you
Find
know,
God.
no,
I'm just kidding.
actually, yes, I would. I would
Like
actually.
finding, like
I would because I feel like I got more religious after I graduated college,
Mm.
and I think before, not that I wasn't religious. I've always had God in my life, but like I started reading the translation. You know what the Holy Quran is? The Quran,
Mhm.
like you guys have the Bible, we have the Quran. Yeah. So I started reading the Quran with the translation like 9 months ago. I wish I did that like 5 years ago.
gotcha.
I think my life would be less
Yeah.
stressful.
Less
Yeah.
stressful.
Yes.
Why less stressful?
Because it just makes sense. I feel like Quran religious texts are the Quran because I've only read the Quran, but I feel
Yeah.
like it has the answer to literally every question in my life. It has the answer there. It's written,
Yeah.
and that's God's word, and I can't dispute it.
Yeah.
I can't be like, "Yo, it's just there. That's
Yeah.
the answer." It's like 1 + 1 is 2, and it's right there.
Would have answered a lot of questions.
I think so for me. Yeah, it would have helped me just understand my identity better.
And probably give you like other ways to look at things, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, there you have it, guys. Get religious with Ibrahim
I mean,
Ahmed.
yeah. I think find God.
Yeah,
whichever
find God
way,
with Ibrahim
yeah.
Ahmed. There you go.
Yes,
it's a
sir.
better title.
What's your social media
Yeah,
to
plug
plug?
yourself.
Yeah.
So my name is Cristiline. Take out the R, put a W. I'm Cristiline. That is my Instagram. My TikTok is also _Cristiline. That's what I use.
Cool.
My Facebook. No, I'm kidding.
Hey,
For the
my
parents
Threads
watching.
account. All right. It was good
Cool.
having you.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, it's fun.
Sweet.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.